Good morning. You just saw it on your screen, Storm Alert Weather Day. And today's a day you absolutely need to be weather aware. Also, make sure your phone batteries are charged because we're certainly going to be dealing with the potential of scattered power outages today. So we have two main weather concerns. First up, it is simply going to be very windy today, especially from late morning into the evening hours. This is not related to storms, but as that low pressure system gets closer to us, that wind from the south is really going to start gusting. We can see gusts up to 50 to 60 miles per hour, even in valley locations. Additionally, on top of that, we do have a severe risk with a line of storms rolling across the area. It's going to be very quickly moving from about 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So let's talk about that number one first, and then we're going to get to those severe risk maps. So when we talk about our wind concerns today into tonight, you're going to notice a color on here, that gold color, that often does not show up. A lot of times we see that in southeastern Monroe County in the mountains up into the Smokies, but this is a high wind warning for pretty much everybody across our area. Sustained wind at 20 to 40 miles per hour, gusts up to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Some of those strongest gusts, especially in our Tennessee communities and into northeast Alabama. When we're looking at Georgia, our far southern Georgia communities, the wind's not going to be quite as strong for you. So we have a wind advisory there with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Also seeing a wind advisory in Cherokee County in North Carolina, wind sustained at 25 to 35 and gusts up to 55. But regardless whether you're under a warning or an advisory, it is going to be windy for all today. Now let's talk about that second factor, which is that severe risk. And you're going to notice our area, that bullseye, that level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk. That means numerous severe storms possible. And again, that's going to come in the form of that line passing through. So today from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time from west to east, although we can see a few storms ahead of the line starting up as early as noon time, so 11 a.m. Central time. So the primary threat will be damaging wind, and that honestly is pretty likely across our area. Isolated tornadoes also a risk, and some hail. So let's break that down with our individual maps. Here's that 30% probability, so 30% chance that you'll have damaging wind within 25 miles of your location. That means trees coming down, high profile vehicles need to be careful driving today because of those windy conditions and the possibility of power outages. Just like we saw early yesterday morning, we do have that risk for an isolated tornado. So we want to make sure that you're aware of that and have ways to receive those weather notifications. And then that hail risk today too. So some hail possible, mainly in Tennessee. So where is all this coming from? Well, again, here's that current radar. You can see individual spotty showers here and there this morning. That's pretty much all we're going to be dealing with for the early morning hours because that main rain shield has lifted to the north of us. Here's the low pressure system and the cold front that we're going to be eyeing to pass over our area. So for FUTURECAST, you can see a few spots here and there lifting up from the south. That wind really starts picking up from the south once we get past 8 a.m. and then really rockets up as we get to midday. So here's those first initial storms that I mentioned ahead of the line by about noontime. And then here comes that line passing through. That's when the wind is really going to be ripping. Brief heavy downpour. It's going to be coming quick, so if you get a warning, you also need to act quickly as well. Here's about 4:20 in the afternoon, mainly for our eastern communities. By about 5 p.m. it's out of here. A little bit of a break, so a bit of sunshine before sunset, and then some additional clouds are going to wrap around for the evening time. After the sun sets, it's still going to be breezy, that wind kind of dying down once we get past midnight. So 73 for the day today, windy, those storms, again, gusts about 50 miles per hour, potentially up to 60 miles per hour. Tonight, 44, breezy early, but decreasing after midnight, and that wind will be shifting. And then tomorrow, 64, becoming sunny. It's going to be a pleasant day for your Saturday. North wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So today, Storm Alert Weather Day. Make sure you have ways to receive those weather alerts. Phone batteries charged, because I do think we'll end up with some scattered power outages simply because of how strong that wind is going to be. We have wet soil plus that line of storms too. So a lot to kind of factor in for the day today. The good news though, at least, is during the daytime. Yeah. So people are going to be out, so you have to be concerned for that, but you don't have to worry about having to be woken up in the middle of the night.